What up, what up? It's Famicom again, and today I'm pretty excited because I have a pretty good stack of books from a recent manga haul. Um, and I can't wait to get into all these. So there's a couple here. I chose five. I ordered more, but these five stick out to me. And they might seem familiar to some of you guys already. So let's just get straight into it. I've got so many books here, but let's start off with this one here. So this is a Mizuki Shigeru yokai encyclopedia. So this is my very first Mizuki book. I've read Mizuki stories before from Garo, of course, but I've never had a full book. So this isn't manga. It's an encyclopedia of different yokai. And Mizuki has so many um, like books, both manga and encyclopedias. I don't really know the difference between all of them, so I just chose one that looked the coolest. And this cover is amazing. It's like a little bit of a shine to it. Here's the back. Really amazing cover, and it's quite a big book too. So eventually, I might do like a one entry a day thing when I'm reading this on my own. But all of this is in black and white, so there aren't any color um, entries. But the details insane, actually insane. I definitely have to get into more Mizuki later down the line because still haven't really touched much of his stuff. I loved his Mysterious Book of the Dead story, his Kashihon story in one of the Garo issues, 1966. Oh, I do know this yokai. It's oh, what was it called again? It was featured in one of Kondo Yoko's. Um, oh man, I don't know why I already forgot it. Does it say here? Shaberu Ushi. Oh, like the talking cow, but there's another name for it, which I don't know why I just had a mind blank. I wrote a blog post on it, but guess I just forgot. But yeah, this one is such a like the value for this is crazy. Got it for pretty cheap as well. But yeah, that's the first book of the whole, a yokai encyclopedia. I'll put the name of the yokai, the talking cow. It's a prophetic, like it tells prophecies and stuff. I'll put it in the description because I just forgot right now. So yeah, that's the first one. The second one, which I am very excited for because this is a new mangaka for me, Akasegawa Genpei, who was also serialized in Garo. This is called The Legend of the Flying Saucers, Just One More Step to Heaven. Hardcover book. And I initially found out about Akasegawa through Garo, of course. And here is an example of his art. This is a 1970, was it 72 or 73? 1973 July issue. And the cover art is by Akase, Akasegawa. Akasegawa. And the very first chapter in this is called Ozashiki, which is, if you've read some Tsuge, you'll notice that it's pretty much just like a parody of Nejishiki, which I'll go through someday. You can even see the boy from Nejishiki over here. I don't know what this is about, but it looks funny because it's just an entire reference to Nejishiki by Tsuge Yoshiharu. So really excited to get into this sometime soon. But that is Akasegawa Genpei, and if I flick open the book here, it says hardcover. He's got a interesting layout to his works. So the manga, like the panels, are mostly just big pages of artwork with um sorry with like these little panels of text, and that's how it is for, I think, all of the manga. Yeah, which I really love because it puts the art in the spotlight for the book. So let me just quickly check. Yeah, I'm not too sure if this is a collection of short stories or if all of these are connected, but I seriously love the art style of Akasegawa. Very interested in getting into this. I know next to nothing about him. Um, and yeah, so the Garo issue introduced me to him. He's also present in the avant-garde Gendai comics um, collection as well, which I'm still looking for. It's actually hard to get. The art is absolutely amazing. A lot of text, but it's just my favorite thing is how the art is just in the foreground. It's the spotlight of every single page. Extremely mysterious, but yeah, super excited to get into this one. So that was Akasegawa Genpei. There you go. So that's the second book out of the way. Let's move on to the third one, a little bit more contemporary. This is, if you've watched my previous video, if I've uploaded it correctly, Wada Chizu, I did a video on this book by Wada Chizu, Warashi no Hanashi, the story of a child, serialized in acts and published in 2018. So this was their very first, Wada Chizu's very first tankobon, one of the best reads I've ever had. I made a whole video on it, you can check it out. But I finally got a hold of Wada Chizu's second tankobon, which is named Michi. Amazing color. You could also flick it open to get this cute creature. So I don't know what this is about either. So with all the books in this video, I don't really know like the plot or the premise of any of them because they're new. But I'll just do a flick through of this. I'm insanely in love with Wada Chizu's work. It's so good. The art style is so good. Like Warashi no Hanashi, it blended the cute with the grim and the serious so well. But this one was published, I believe. So this came after Warashi no Hanashi. And if I was just to go back, yeah, published in 2022. So very recent. Actually, 2022 December. So extremely recent compared to this one 2018, which yeah, so this was published by Seirin Kogeisha, which is the publisher behind Axe, the Axe magazine. This one instead is not, it's not by Seirin Kogeisha, it's by Beam Comics, so a different publisher. But super excited to get into this one as well. Amazing art style, amazing art style. Yeah. Oh, the cover is like the color in this cover as well. Can't get over it. That's the third pickup, Michi by Wada Chizu. Highly recommend this. I know it's not in English yet, but I really hope for like one of these to come out in English, especially this one. This is too good to not have exposure in the foreign markets in any language, English, Spanish, Italian, whatever. It's amazing. All right. So moving on, we have this big book by Hiuchi Tana titled Take Your Time. So before I flick through that, I'll explain where I heard about Hiuchi. So two places, two different sources. I firstly discovered Hiuchi from. So very first one was, I keep pulling this up in videos, but the reason why is because it's got such a wide range of artists, which is amazing. So this is the KUS Japan issue, 2018, and there is a Hiuchi Tana story called Good Fortune. So page 5. It's a wordless manga. Essentially just following like a family going to a temple. But immediately I love the art. It's quiet, it's atmospheric, it's gentle. And yeah. So that was my first exposure to Hiuchi Tana. And then next, Glaolia 1 by Glacier Bay Books. I only have 1 and 3. I don't have 2 at the moment. This is the reprint that was on Kickstarter. So here are the stories in Glaolia 1. And so we've got one by Hiuchi Tana again. It's called Photograph. So to flick over to that, 35. I got to make a video on Glaolia as well sometime. So this one here is pretty much a similar vein with the Good Fortune story in this one. Very atmospheric, very gentle pages and imagery, all drawn out with a very fine, delicate art style. Love the shadowing of this. So yeah, no plot or anything, just a brief snapshot of life near a port town, I'm assuming. So that's Glaolia. Here are the other artists you can see as well. But yeah, the focus isn't on Glaolia today. It is on the Tankobon Take Your Time by Hiuchi Tana, of course. This one is actually quite a big one. Published 2021, May. So kind of recent as well. I don't know if Hiuchi has done any other Tankobon before. Not entirely sure. Let me just get rid of the obi. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, here's the full cover of it. Amazing imagery and landscapes. It's a color page. And this is just a short story collection by them. This time with more dialogue. So the other 2 stories in Kus and Glaolia, they were entirely wordless. Here are some stories that have text, they have dialogue, and I'm assuming more of a plot. Hitogoto. Yeah. So I'm assuming just from looking at the art, their stories focus on the ordinary, the day-to-day, the landscape, the environment. Very peaceful from what I'm seeing, which I love. You always got to have those more calming reads next to your crazy, shonen, your depressing gekiga, all that. It's nice to have different stories that calm you down a bit more. Yeah, very simple art style. And oh, there you go. This is Photograph, which was in the Glaolia book. Yeah, I'll just do a quick flip through the rest here. Yeah, very calming art style. Love it. So let's Take Your Time by Hiuchi Tana. Okay, and last but not least, this is a special one because it's from one of my favorite discoveries this year. So this is a Garo special issue of Hayashi Seiichi's works. So this was published in, does it say? Nope. Oh, I guess not. Don't know when it was published. Well, it's issue 72. Cover art, obviously, by Hayashi. And if you didn't know already, Garo has some of these special issues where they focus specifically on one mangaka, and the entire issue is just their works So, for example, there are special issues on Hayashi. There are special issues on Tatsumi. You've also got some on Takita Yu, Roichi Ikegami, the Tsuge brothers. Yoshiharu has 2 special issues. Tarao, I think, also has 2 special issues. There's one on Tsurita Kuniko as well. So there's quite a bit, a lot of special issues going around. Not going around, sorry, that have been made. And this one I was especially excited to get because since reading the red colored elegy by Hayashi, I have fallen in love with his work so much. So this is a drawn and quarterly release translated by Ryan Holmberg with, of course, an essay by him, a very informative essay. This story focuses on the a couple here. They are like a mangaka couple. Or the man is a mangaka and artist, I believe. The woman is as well. I haven't read it in a while, but immediately fell in love with the visual storytelling that Hayashi has. And so I needed to get more. So this one took a while to find, but there are some stories, I don't know the exact titles of them, but there are some stories here that are in Gold Pollen and other stories, the English release by, I believe, Breakdown Press, which is unfortunately out of print. So here is some of the stories, which I'll do a flick through of them. Amazing color pages in this. So yeah, unfortunately I don't know the names of these stories. I do have to take a look into what they are, whether they were translated into English, that sort of stuff. I think I've read maybe a couple of these. I haven't read this one before. I know this is like, I've seen these frogs before. There's a story called Oh in the Light of Dawn, I believe also translated in English in one of the Hayashi, either in Red Red Rock or Gold Pollen. It's sort of related, not the same story. I see frogs in it. So yeah, there's some frogs. This one I've read before. Giant Fish, which is a very enigmatic one. I don't know what to make of it. I'm not sure what the fish actually symbolizes, but it's a great story as well about a man coming back home after the war, I believe. Yeah, I'm not sure what this. Oh, okay, this one's in Gold Pollen. Something lullaby, maybe. It's great to see, like the amount of dark, like black space in Hayashi's works is so effective. It makes his art like very bold and stand out. Got a random robot. Yeah, I'll definitely do a video on this after I read this because it's Hayashi. Oh, did not expect this. Color page in the middle of the issue. That's cool. Usually you only get them in the start of the issue, not the middle. Very poignant orange. Nice. Great stuff. So yeah, I think this is Red Dragonfly, also from Gold Pollen. I know this one is very influenced by Hayashi's own upbringing with his mum, because there's a whole essay about him and his relationship with his mum in Gold Pollen. I believe it's titled Azami Light. Ryan Holmberg translated it and also wrote his own essay on that. It's a very interesting backstory to him as well. Let's see, I'll just quickly flick through the rest. This one's Flower Poem, which I've read, but I'm not too entirely sure what it's about because it's a bit hard to understand, but I'll have to reread that. But yeah, very bold art. That's sort of how I describe Hayashi's art style. And the last story, I believe, in this issue is Flowering Harbor, which I've shown before. It's in another, it was in one of the other Garo issue spotlights, flick throughs that I did. But amazing. This was again released in English as a one shot on its own by Breakdown Press. So good. Extremely atmospheric, solemn, quite sad and depressing, but a very emotional story. And yeah, and I believe that is the last one. Oh, there's a tiny one left. And you've got some essays. And the end, this is like an advert for some Mizuki Shigeru works. And that's the back of this. Can't wait to get into this. So many cool cool stories and all these different books coming in from the manga haul. Seriously can't wait to read all of them. But yeah, that was my manga haul for the past, they came in like the past couple of days. And I am recording a little bit ahead compared to like when I'm actually releasing them, because sometimes I may be a little bit busy. But there you go. Am I missing? No. Okay, yeah, those are all the books there. So yeah, definitely when I do get into reading these, I will make videos of them. Not to worry. Especially, this is a manga haul, I got it before, but especially I do want to see what this Ozashiki story is about. It looks very funny. I don't know if it's meant to be funny, but I don't know what an Oza is. But there you go, something style. Instead of screw style, it's Oza style, whatever Oza is. But yeah, that is my manga haul for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be back with more videos, of course. But yeah, see you guys later. Bye.